Hello. How are you doing? Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, world. How are you? How are you doing today? How's your day, everyone? Sincerely, I'm just arrived, and now I'm in a hurry. Hurry, hurry, hurry up, hurry up. And yun, what's that? Quick live pa too long with Darna Lipad. I like Ate Darna Lipad. So we're just going to wait for others to come in. We're going to wait. Hey naman. Here. I know you're here. I could see you. You're there. Ayun, ayun. We have to wait for others. So, ginawang mirror. I made the screen as a mirror. So, we've been to our friend, my boss friend's house. So, we have to wait for someone to come in before we start. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. So, ayun. Hi, Rensky! Rensky Fit Vlog. Hi. How you doing, Rensky? How are you doing, Rensky? We're going to talk about the living in a province and in a city. We have, we're gonna have fun today. How are you na, Rensky? I've been to Jake. I've been to Jake. And DJ, RJ, Reg, like that. Kumusta na ikaw? Kumusta na iyong channel? Ako, thank you so much, Rensky. Salamat sa inyong tamsuk. Edit settings. Laptop. On and off. Double tap, triple tap. And then, which one? The on and the button. This one. The Apple sign. Why? Wait lang guys, we're just nothing happened. No. The Apple sign. How many times? 1, 2. Or on the camera. Nothing happened. Who's the two there? Hi, hi, hi. Hello, hello. Shake, shake, shake. Assess touch. Classic invert magnifier. Back tap. I'll press the back tap. Double tap. Tap to wait. Shake to undo. Shake. None. None. Maybe it's working on the new Apple. Not later. I'm doing. Got it. So hi guys. Yun guys, wait lang natin po lahat. So we're going to start. Living in a city and living in a province. Ayan. Wait lang, we just have 1 million viewers. We need to wait for more. Hi Kushi Asumi! Hi! How are you doing? Harang salamat sa inyong mga paherang dyan. Wait guys. We're going to start in a bit. Wait. I'm just fixing something on my phone. What's happening to it? Living in the province and what happened to my screen? Kushi Asumi, are you in now? Are you related with the tawakal na today? My goodness, it give us headache. Oh my god. Before we sign up, there's a lot of like this and like that. And then you need to put your fingerprints. Oh my goodness. But now we log on it and then we're okay now. So we could go out now. And yun, harang pa si Kushi Asumi. So now, we're going to differentiate how to live in the province and in the city. Living in the province, I think, as for me, is more easier than living in a city. First of all, the cost of living in the province is not that high, unlike living in a city. And if you would buy a houses in a city, I think it's more expensive in the city, not unlike in the province. Because sometimes in the province, guys, you could just, if you see the land like this, yung tok and then assign as a only sign up from barangay to barangay, you could have it. Ayun. That's the best. And then from the way of living, if you could see in the way of living in the province, it's easy to live in the province, but the problem is there's no establishment like hospital, yung mga shopping malls like that, cinema. That's the good thing, that's the bad thing. But in the province, if you have that, yung mga albularyo, I experienced that before. We don't have yet the doctor. You would just um you would just you would just have that albularyo or the hilot in the province, wherein um they could just use the herbal medicine around their houses. But in the city, there is doctor, there is nurse. I remember the day that my mother is giving birth, we just have called not really midwife, it's not really midwife, it's a what do you call that, it's a not really midwife, yung hilot. Are you familiar with the hilot? The hilot is the one that helping pregnant woman to give birth, and they're just using but for now that one is not allowed anymore. They said it's not, but it's easy. It's the easy way to have that. They will just push. And then I remember that my mother is giving birth, and then they just boiled water. They just have what do you call that, yung mga like mga orasyon yung they gonna have the water, that there is a boiling water, and that on that boiling water there's a kind of a lot of yung leaves, they call it 7 leaves, yung pito-pito, they call it yung 7 leaves nga, they put flour on it. They have that yung ano nga pa nga ba yun, they have that yung mga you have to reserve one chicken on that day for giving birth as a exchange, like that, for the life, like that, or a Thanksgiving for the newborn baby. And then there is also that's the good thing in the province. And in the province, the dance move is more nice in the province unlike in the city. And if the province, there is a simple disco wherein you could just put your sit here, sit there, sit, and then you gonna have fun on the province. Unlike in the city, you will need money on having fun on the city, like you will go to the disco. But in the province, just a little simple teams or group, you will sit together, and then they will gonna have fun and then have talk like this and like that. But in the province, if you could compare, if you have the group, they need to go to the one bar and then drink like this. But in the province, just a group, and then yung ano pa yung alak tuba like that. But in the province, oh my god, the cost of the wine, it's expensive, huh? And the bad thing naman, if you will live in the province, yun nga, it's too far from from having, you gonna have yung mga malling. But in the province, what everything you need, our daily bread, aloha, Sisi, good to see you. Our daily bread, hi, how are you doing, Sisi? It's been a long time. It's been a long time, Sisi. Oh, how are you doing? And then we're talking about the province, and we call that province and the difference in province and city living. And then the good thing, guys, in a province, if you will gonna have I know I got sick just back from, oh, what happened to you? And then yun nga, guys, if you will have yung yung the dating between province and in dating in province and in dating in the city, it's not cozy and dating Anna Province. I remember the dating Anna Province, they will gonna have, you know, the Harana. I like Harana. The Harana is the one, you're the one who's courting you. They gonna have a guitar and sing for you. Or, you know, the group, in our generation, in my teenage, my puppy love, we have a group that will just gonna have yung nilupak. Alam nyo ba yung nilupak? It's made up of, that's the way you will, you will gather, and then you will know each other, what boys and girls are together. And they're gonna have, I Tony Towers, yeah. With Tony Towers, I love you and Rona because we've been out. I just arrived now. I was hospitalized, but I feel a little bit better. Margie, hi. Thank you so much, Margie, for stopping by. I was hospital, but I feel a little bit better and cut. Oh, our daily bread. But good now that you get recovered on that. So you need more. Mega love. Shout out Margie TV from Taiwan and Tony Towers from Georgia. Ayun. If we are going to have a date on a province, guys, it's easy. To slow. It's easy, right? I know Margie TV, you are relate on that. I remember that I had a suitor coming from another barangay, and our barangay doesn't have any a bridge. We don't have bridge yet. We don't have a yung transportation, only walking. And then I have a suitors. It's too far. I think 2 kilometers walking from my place. And then this guy is really, he really, I think he is my, I don't know if he is my first boyfriend. Yeah. And then he used to swim on a lake. He really used to swim on a lake. And then the one thing that funny on him, on swimming on a lake, he take off all his clothes because we have a time limit there. We have a time limit in courting in the province. He has to be in the house 6 exactly, and then out at 7 at night. So, he used to make it at 6 o'clock, right? Tony Towers, Maria, mag-anuhan na kayo dyan, and I'm going to talk. And then, this guy, he's taking off his clothes to cross the river. The bad thing, if the river is yung high tide, he couldn't go to my house. He really do that. He walk, he swim. It happens to the Philippines in the province. He walk, he swim, and then walk again. And then walk again. And then after that, he will, he used to bring something like, ano pa nga ba yun? He used always to bring me something. Ano nga ba yung bibingka? Because I love bibingka. You know the bibingka? It's made up of rice because I love bibingka. So, that's if you would compare it to now, to the generation to now, it's a cake. But the bibingka in the Philippines, it's not really a cake. It's not, you would see it in our generation that it's a cake because it's made up of rice like that. And then there's a design like that. And then, of course, you have to talking. 1 hour talking, 1 hour talking. And then, my father, he used to guard me, My father, he used to guard me. And then, I could have any suitor until I got 18. Ayun, so I'm 18, so everybody now, there's a lot of mga ganyan-ganyan, they're coming there. And then, 1 hour talking like that. And then, that's the part of courting in the Philippines, And then after that, guys, I have more fun in the province. Yeah, it's really have fun in the province, Tony Tower. See, I really love province life. Simple, like simple living. And then they're really fun. They're really fun to be with those your neighbors. And yun. And then, this boy became, after, because I had limit, he will court me for just 1 week, and then I will check on him if I would like him. But the bad thing, guys, if you didn't want him, oh, of course, his hardship on going, crossing the river, walking like that, right? And then I don't like him. But he used to still courting me on my college school, in my school, that he used to pick me up. He's guarding me, really. He used to pick me up, and then he's sending me. And then me naman, of course, there is a scenery pa nga that it's raining, and then I couldn't, because when you cross the river, you had to ride on a boat. So me, I got home maybe late because we had activity that time. He's the one who picked me up on a tricycle. The ride is a tricycle. The ride is a tricycle. And then we couldn't cross. We keep on calling to the other side to get to let the boat come in here, come into our place. But the one that using a boat is sleeping na that time. We used to pay 5 pesos on riding on a boat. So what we and there's no choice. I couldn't cross I couldn't cross the river. So this guy, he voluntarily to carry me. I would ride on his shoulder. But I refused. Sabi ko, no, I will not ride. I will not ride on your shoulder. Because he removed his t-shirt na. He removed already his t-shirt. So I told him, next time you had your extra t-shirt before crossing on the river. So I had no choice. He carried me that way. I didn't ride on his shoulder. That's the funny thing in my life. And then, the funny thing pa in the Philippines, in the province, ha, if you had a neighbor, a good neighbor, you had something like, you cook something, you're cooking something, in the province, you could, the sharing, how they share their menu. Like, neighbor to neighbor. Neighbor to neighbor. Oh, what's your menu? They're exchanging the menu. Yun, 37 kilos. No, I'm not 37 that time, Tony Towers. I think, because on my college, I'm really thin. I'm really thin. I'm malnourished pa nga that time. I'm malnourished. I used to eat the supply from the government, the bulgur, the bulgur. Yeah, because I'm malnourished, I always go to get the ration, the supply from the government, so that my kilo will get, I will eat those healthy things to get. And, oh, yan. And then, yun nga, the funny things is you had your neighbors, you had good neighbors. But the bad things, guys, the bad things in the province, the gossip. I hate that gossip. The gossip in the Philippines, guys. I had a talk of nothing can beat province life, simple and yet, yeah, simple and, but the problem, ate, our daily breath, ha. There is yung bang in the province, because they don't have anything to do sometimes, right? I called my mother and her friend there. You are 6 to 6. You are a team 6 to 6. Why I call them 6 to 6? Because at exactly 6 p.m., guys, they used to sit on a sidewalk, or in sidewalk, really, they will go, made a group there, and then blah 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 blah, like that. Oh my god. My friends, sometimes we had a funny or making prank to them, that we are throwing the frog to them so that they will move away on that group. Blah, 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 like, blah, blah, blah. And then when their neighbor will heard, oh, they have a fight, like this and like this. Oh my goodness, that's the funny things in the Philippines. Waterproof backpack for the prank. Yes, the waterproof backpack from had you experienced Tony Towers, the backpack that's made up of, ano ba yun? Uhay. It's made of uhay. It's like rattan. You know the rattan? It's made of wood. It's nice, ha? It's nice. And it's, the quality of that, it couldn't be broken easily. because it's really, and then it's waterproof that nobody could have the rain could make it wet or like that. And then on my college life also, I used to have a flashlight on my bag, flashlight. And then I had my father bring me, the balisong, a little small balisong. I know how to do like this in balisong. That's my talent, yung the tricks from the balisong, like that. And I had that in my bag for my safety because sometimes I could go home late. There's no transportation anymore on the yung station because the station it's used I think until 6 in the afternoon. Ayun, I had to wake up 4 in the morning to prepare my baon. Yung may baon, guys, in the province, we have you experienced the binalot? It's made up of banana leaves, and then you have to put rice on it, rice, and then the boiled egg. There is boiled egg, there is tomato, and then my mother used to fold it in a nice way, and it has ribbon pa. It's really yummy, that one. I like it. And then yung adobo, the adobo thing, yan. And the funny thing also in the Philippines, yung bang simple, like, in the Philippines, in the province, the barik, we have a group of boys, they gonna have fun on that, yung talking, yung boys talk. And even girls have like that also. They have the yung wine, group wine. And they're drinking in one glass. They have a chaser, we have the wine, and then they will have to, and then transfer transfer it to the other, and then all of them only one glass, they will use only one glass. But in a city you couldn't do that because they have the yung kupita, the kupita, right? It's a saucy one, really. And then the good, what else pa ba? The access of, thank you, Sir Murphy Hayes. Hey, it's yellow. I have a yellow color on my screen. And then, guys, thank you for that. Be blessed, peace and love, Sir Murphy Hayes. And then, yung, ano nga ba, the way of taking a shower. The way of taking a shower in a province. We could take shower in a province. Boys, girls, boys, girls, boys, girls. Boys, girls, they are group boys and girls. So we're standing. We girls, because I think I don't care for anymore because I'm still a teenager that time. I don't care if I'm naked like that. If I were going to take shower, we have, they call that balloon. The water is coming from a mountain, and we have, it's yung bamboo on it. It's connect. How long it is? It's too long. That's the access of water in a province. The bamboo, it's made of bamboo. And then there is one way here wherein you will shower. You just stand, put your head like this, shampoo here, shampoo. We don't have shampoo pa nga that time. My grandmother used to put me gugu. Who among you relate on the gugu? Ano yung waterproof is good idea. Who among you knows the gugu? That gugu is made up of yung bang coconut? No, it's not. Guys, there is yung bang it's wood, like a wood. Basta gugu siya. When you scratch it with water, it will make, it gonna have a bubbles. It came from a tree. It's color brown. We called it gugu. I don't know how to call it. I don't know how you gonna call that gugu. Yes. We used to shower also in the rain. Oh, that's fun. That's the funny thing, in the province. We could shower in the rain, yan, run here, run there, and we could wash our clothes in the rain. Ayun, we have a gugu. It's made up of I don't know how you gonna call that. Google, you research Google, guys, because it will gonna have a bubbles, and then that's my shampoo, and we don't have pa sabon. Our sabon, the first sabon we have is Perla, I think. Perla or Mr. Clean, like that. We don't have any yung mga sabon like today na we have Lux, like this, like this, like that. We have Mr. Clean. What we use on, what we use on washing, we could use in our body. And then what we use in our body, we use for our dishes, also for washing the plate. Remember? Yeah. And the access of water, we don't have refrigerators. We don't have refrigerators in a province. Our refrigerator is a cabinet or a basket that we hang it, and there is a wire on that so that the cat couldn't jump on that. A basket, we put all the leftover food there. And we don't have cold water. We had, the jar. We called it banga. It's a jar. You install the water there, and the water is really refreshing, and it's cold. It's a jar. We called it banga in our place, banga. We put all the water there, reserve the water there. And then yun nga, the province I like because I like living in the country, but I like the convenience of the city. Yes, the good thing I remember, Sir Murphy Hayes. First time I'm going to my auntie, because my auntie every year she invites me on Christmas Day. On, on Christmas Day. So this is my first time going to Manila. My first time in going to Manila. Oh my God, I'm riding our transportation, we ride on a bus. And then, a ship, 3 hours, 3 hours on a bus. For my province is 30 minutes. We ride on tricycle 30 minutes. And oh my God, the road is really, you will have a rocky road. Rocky road. Because the road in the Philippines still high, it's not plain. Oh my God, before going to the city, your body will be like, as if you had a workout, how many days. Tricycle, and then bus, and then one day you would travel until you reach in the Manila. That's my province. And then I am not used to travel that time, that time, my first time. So I had on my travel, what's in my bag is a plastic. Plastic. So every time I feel this, I keep on vomiting. Those who are not travelers before, that's my first travel, that I couldn't, that I couldn't, um, yung bang the feeling na you will vomit, I had really a lot of plastic in my bag. So it's my first time going to, I think, the famous, the famous Star City. I think it's Star City pa that time in Manila. That's the first mall. I think Star City talaga. It's Star City. I remember that. Star City. So, my cousin, shout out to Kuya Morris. Kuya Morris, shout out to you. He is in New Zealand already. He used to annoy me always. He used to annoy me. And then, on going to the mall, he is the one going to be with him. You have to treat your cousin going there. You have to buy something like this and treat him. Let her go to the city. So my first step on the mall, he told me to remove my shoes. See me as an innocent, I knowing nothing. So I take off my shoes. So everybody is looking at me. Everybody is looking at me. Why he's taking her shoes? They are laughing. Oh my goodness, that's the funniest. I don't want to remember with my cousin. And then he used me, put yung lift up your toes because it's wet. There's a lot of water because it's shiny, right? It's shiny. So minamano and then and then I told that to my auntie. He got mad on my cousin. Anong sabi ni Sir Murphy? Have you ever lived in a nipa hut? Yes. Sir Murphy Hayes, you have to spell it ni, because I have to pronounce it nipa, not nepa. If I'm going to pronounce it's nepa, so it has to be nipa. It's nipa hut, yeah. We call that Sir Murphy Hayes in the province. It's bahay kubo. It's a bahay kubo. Our house in the province is like that. Bahay kubo before. It's really bahay kubo where that house is just we just have a door, a sliding door, not a sliding door that's made up of a expensive door, ha. It's a wood made up of bamboo, made of bamboo. On my house, our house, my parents' house is made up all in bamboo, and the roof is made up of ano ba yun? Yung nipa, ano bang tawag? Ng pawid. If you are, I don't know, it's pawid. They used to sew it by a rattan or another wood to combine it together, and then used to cover the what do you call it, the roof. That's the and then it's made up of all yung bamboo, made up of all bamboo. We called it bahay kubo. We have a song pa nga, bahay ko, bahay kubo, kahit munti halaman doon, wherein there is a story that bahay kubo, Korea, hi Korean doon na yun. We're talking about ayun, if you could hear me, we're talking about yung so yun nga, bahay kubo. The good thing naman, Sir Murphy Hayes, that we're living on the province is we could plant everything. We could plant there chili, tomato, wherever time you want to cook, you just pick it up. And if you want to have something, you just go to the source of on how we cook also in the province is we have that wood. We will combine it together and make a fire on it. Unlike in the city, you need to have a gas. You need to have a gas, and then on that gas, you have to, yes, of course, you need the money to buy that. But in the Philippines, you have to only no, not gas. It's just a wood. We will just get it to the forest and then put fire on it. That's the way we cook in a province. And then what else pa nga ba? We have that, I experienced also, we have that farming wherein we could yung magtanim ay di biro. Maghapong na kayo ko. We're a farmer. We used to plant the rice. I used to go there to my father planting rice. And with the Carabao, because the Carabao is the one doing yung fix the mud, fix the soil to plant the rice. And guys, the good thing with the farmer in the province, they are really strong, and they are really, really, kumbaga, the farmers, you should be thankful to the farmers, because that's their job is not easy. Yun nga, if you would question it, the farmer should have that big salary. Yung bang sometimes, they will just stick to what's the cost of the rice, the cost of the palay, and then they will gonna have sometimes the kilo of the palay. It's just you have the can, you will just measure it. But if you will sell naman the rice and you will export it, it's a big price.
Okay.
Yes? Later, anak. Okay, later. And our daily bread yun. Yun, guys, do check ate Korean Donna. Ate Korean Donna, I will do later, Hamudi. I just finish it 1 hour. And then yun nga, guys. B-boxes after my premiere, just stay put. You have to put it here, our daily bread. Put your premiere here, and I gonna check on that, okay? And then yun nga, guys, yun nga, the experience. And The first food that I eat in a city is, you know, yung noodles. It's noodles and lomo. I think lomo, they call it lomo. Not lomi, lomo. It's a mami with a lomo like that. Ano, yung bang nagiging ignorante, nagiging ignorante tayo sa mga, we are ignorant when it comes, yung bang the living in the province, sometimes you are ignorant what is happening on the city. Like, yung yung paghawak ng holding a money, because in our generation pa talaga, unlike, but now good for my province that they had a, what you call that, they had a good living na there. We had a, they put already the road is fixed, and then there is a store na already. But before we don't have store there, we used to travel pa to another place to buy something. We have to make sure that we have stock. Yun, we have stock like sugar, milk, coffee, soap, yung the daily needs. And big shout out to all the, yung mga sa mga first, mga nagdalaga, mga teenager that had the first, sorry to talk for all the boys here, yung, ayan, meron silang premiere, si Chel meron din, okay, guys, ayun, and what else pa nga ba, ayan, wait, ha, check na muna natin to guys, we do check the one will gonna have a premiere, wait, ayan, sis after my premiere, ayun, sis Donna, anuhan ko to ha, ay natuksukan ko na pala to, sa soul, natuslukan ko na pala siya, ayun, and yun nga, the transportation is not good, but the good thing na now today that our province had that they renovate everything. They had a, yung bang, yun, they have health center in one province to province. We have health center wherein they have the doctor and midwife. That's the help from the government today. What else pa nga ba? Because before, we really don't have talaga, we couldn't reach. Yung, but there are some still pa, you know, the mangyan in the mountains. They really didn't want to go down. They really didn't want to go to the city. If you, those group, ethnic group, you couldn't give them money. They're not accepting really money. They are not, maybe that's our culture, the culture that I inherit to my grandmother, my grandparents. They said that it's really in our province that you don't accept anything from strangers or any money. um don't Yun nga, if you want, you have to accept money if you work hard for it, like yung salary la yan, like that. But if there's someone give you, because they have a thinking that maybe like this, maybe like that. There is a group of there in our province in Oriental Mindoro. They are in a mountain. They didn't want to go down. But the sad thing from them, why? Because they didn't know how to read and write. There are some teachers that going up there to teach them, to give them the how they will learn to live, how they will learn how to, yung like yung mga sa the way in daily living, like yung how to feed the baby, how to take care of the baby, because there are some of them that really 12 years old, 13 years old, they will give birth, and then they don't have they don't have any Yung wala silang kaalaman, they didn't know how to take care of their babies because they're still young. So, but they could survive, huh? They could survive on the daily, on their living there in a mountains. But one of my cousin nga, she go up there to send yung mga Lucky Me, yung mga noodles, rice, but they didn't want to accept it. They really don't want. It's a sacrifice, but they didn't want to accept that. So there is some, yung bang they couldn't translate. There is one translator there. They won't translate. That's it. But they doesn't want to accept. So what they're going to do? They're going to cut the grass on your farm. They will really go to your house and cut the grass on your farm to receive that help from them. That's the good. I don't know why they have belief on that. Yeah, they have belief on that. Wait lang. I will just drink water. Ah, thank you, Lord. Yun. Do I haggard? Am I the haggard? No, I'm not haggard looking. Ayun. So, tomorrow, guys, our plan for tomorrow is we're going on a desert again. Ayun. But they said 10 days lockdown here in our place. And then we had a new rules that we have I call that, identification on our phone, wherein they could detect where if we are sick, not sick, and then what place are we, and then we could detect if we are going closer to the one get sick. Yun, that's the good thing here. They have to do that lockdown, I think, because they need to fix the establishment. Like, Kuya Bino, thank you so much. My God, Kuya Bino, thank you so much, ha. Thank you, really, really appreciate that. You helped me. And then, yun nga, yung, they had to fix everything, like, yung, tawag dito? They have to fix everything. They have to install something on, like, yung mga gymnasium. We couldn't go to the restaurant, to the cinema. It's closed today because they need to fix something, the system there, the system that could connect to our phone if we are sick and like that. That's the government here. That's the good thing in the government here. So yun, they close it, I think, for 10 days. But the supermarket, it's still open. Ayan. Kuya Bino, wait, check ko. Thank you so much, Kuya Bino. Thank you, really, really appreciate on that, Kuya Bino. I really appreciate Kuya Bino. Kuya Bino, I know him. I started. But now look at him. We have million, trillion, trillion views na. And then his real talk on his channel, real talk talaga. And frankly speaking, that if you want to stay on his channel, you have to stay. If you want help, you have to stay, because everyone, you will need help, right? So if you yung bang sa one team, you don't need to do it by individual. If you want to grow, do it as a group, so that everybody, like a brooms. The brooms couldn't work well if it's just one. But if you combine, yung bang the stick of the broom, it couldn't work well if just one. The work would take a long time. But if you would combine, it's easy, right? Help. You have to help, and then you moving forward, moving sideward, right? Yes, I like fresh fruits, vegetable. I once had a garden in my back. Yes, that's correct, Sir Murphy Hayes. In our province, we have that. I remember mango farm. That mango farm, we have coconut and then calamansi. That's my grandparents plant on that land. I think 4 hectares on that. And then, in the other side, there is a rice field yun. Ayun na, we have a mango farm. where in the middle of the night, you would hear something that they are throwing stone. But you would hear the falling of the fruits. Pook, 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 like that. Yun na, Sir Murphy Hayes, I will warn you, the living in the province. You couldn't sleep well because of the sounds of the crickets, sounds of the dog, the sounds, the sounds of the chicken. You would hear there, yung mga tick, 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 like that. And I used to get scared pa because they said there is aswang. They call there is mumu. Where if I couldn't sleep early, there is mumu. So I'm really closing my ears pa that I'm really closing my ears when I was a child because I don't wanna hear about it. The crick, 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 like that. Crick, 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 crick. Oh my God. And in the, when it's the 4 or 5 a.m., it's our alarm clock. You will hear the tilaok, the sounds of the chicken. So it means that it's already morning. And then, what else pa nga ba? Yun nga, the fruits where you could, the pako, it's a friend. That's my favorite vegetable. And then you put coconut on that. If and then, the laing, that's my favorite also. Once I would be in I will go to our province. Yung bang neighbor ko, our neighbor, they used to go to our house. Because they know that I love, when I always have my vacation there in my province, shout out to Biga, Pola, Oriental, Mindoro, or my kabarangay, that they know that I really love, the suman. The suman, it's rice, sticky rice. It's a sticky rice. They will put it in the leaves of the coconut and they will boil it. And there's a suman also na made of cassava. They will bring that to me. They will bring that to me. Or my favorite, langka, jackfruit. Oh my God, I could finish even if I stomach yung kaimita, star apple. Yan, that's the good thing in the fresh in the Philippines, the fresh in the province. And then my neighbor will go there. Oh, they will cook vegetable. They know that I love fern. Cook fern. It's a leaves that yung it's a fern na you have a curly leaves like that. They will use to cut in a small piece and then put it in a coconut like that. And I used to dip that on a sour thing like calamansi, or we don't have calamansi. We call pa nga that kalamunding. Yung they will I squeeze that. I really love that. I could eat that just like that without rice. Yun. That's my favorite. And then, the jackfruit. We could put also, it's easy to make a food there. Healthy living talaga in the province. Healthy living, yeah. But yung nga, the good thing, they don't have we used to ride pa far away from the city to get to the hospital, sending money, yan. But now, I think in my province, they have that call na, yung phone to phone na how to transfer the money. Yun, phone to phone. And what else pa nga ba? It's yung the exercise there, walking. Walking. Ayun. And then fresh air. In the city, there's no fresh air. In the city naman, the noise that you would hear in the city, in the city, the noise of the train, the noise of the jeepneys, there is a noise pollution in the city. That's the bad thing. But the noise in the province, the noise from the bird, from the dog, that's the noise that you would hear from the province. What else pa nga ba? The food, the cost of living in the province is much easier than the cost of living in a city. And share, thank you so much, Kuya Bino, ha? Kuya Bino, I will remember this day. Thank you so much, Kuya Bino. I really appreciate it, Kuya Bino. Thank you so much. And then, guys, what else pa nga ba? The, yung the kindness of the your neighbors in the province is good. We know how to share, but in the province, in the city, guys, there is a good also thing. Thumbs up then. Thank you so much, Sir Murphy. And then the good thing naman, in the bad thing, in the city kasi, the living in a city, it's really costly. It's really costly. But if you want have, if you're the fun from the generation today, it's in the city. But if you have fun in the province wherein it's simple really talaga. Simple fun thing in the province is nice. Yung we could play, the children there, they could play on the background, in the grass. But in the city, the children could go to the mall, to the computer, swipe here, swipe there. In the province, simple thing. Wherein, the bahay-bahayan, who among you had experienced the bahay-bahayan? The bahay-bahayan? The bahay-bahayan, it's a play. There is mother, there is father, you will build a house, you will cook. That's the bahay-bahayan, ha? And then we had that patintero. We had a patintero, luksong baka, yung tumbang preso. That's the good thing in the province. But we could still naman, the children in the city, they could still play like that. But they need space. They need space in the city. They will play on the highway wherein it's too dangerous for them to play there. Um, what else pa nga ba the access of water. The access of water in the province is really fresh. Yes, excuse me. Why? Ayun, the access of water in the
Cut my feet.
later, Hamudi, later or tomorrow. The access of water in the Philippines, guys, it's really fresh. I tasted that before. If you would compare the taste of the water from the province and in a city, there is a taste in a city. There's still a like ibang medicine because maybe it's not fresh or purified. It's purified. But in a province, it's really fresh, really fresh, really fresh. And that's the good thing there. Now we could go on fishing. Fresh fish from the province because they have fish pond. In the city, all frozen. Ano pa nga ba? But yun nga, the establishment in the city, guys, if you would compare, we need to compare. You need also sometimes yung technologies about that you will compare the technologies here and technologies there. Oh my God, sir. Yung technologies here and technologies there. Yun. What else pa nga ba? Yun sa courting. Yun, tapos na tayo sa courting. How you gonna court. But in the province, guys, if you are admiring a girl, you used to date her at a restaurant. You will give a flower. That's too expensive, ha? You will date her. And of course, on dating her, you need money on that. But in a province, it's just a simple courting, simple courting. You will just need something to talk. Stay with her. Yun. That's the good thing in a province. You don't need money to court someone. Though a little money, but not that too expensive, ha? And yun nga, guys, the dance. My mother sent me a video that they had a group. They had fun. They have disco on a basketball court. They could dance really crazy dance in the province. Crazy dance in the province. It's just there, in a basketball court, they could have yung kanilang music pa nga ay made of Bluetooth speaker, Bluetooth yan. And the sounds, it's really nice. The sound is yung mga uso ngayon, yung mga buduts, yan. But if you're gonna have fun in a city, you will need to go to one bar to have a disco, like, make a sound, had a party on your house, make a sound like that. Oh my god, your neighbor would be angry at you. Your neighbor would be angry at you. So don't do that in a city. You make a loud sounds because their houses in a city is the space is just little space, and if you would have a loud music, it's really echoing. They would echo here, echo there. So you don't need to do that. In a province, you could do whatever you want. And then I remember pa the way that we get the water, fetching the water from the spring. We need to fall in line. But in Nanoha, it experience, or they experience it also in the city. Sometimes that they don't have access of water, so they need to get that pumping, ano ba yung bomba? Yun, they will fall in line also there. But in this province, we do that aswang. Yung Sir Murphy Hayes, aswang is so, yung bang superstitious belief na aswang. Yeah, they have a horror on that one. It's aswang, like, they said that the body of that aswang, they will cut, it will be cut, and then it will fly in the middle of the night, 12 in the middle of the night. And then she will look for the pregnant woman, and they will eat the baby on the pregnant woman. Or there sometimes they said that it will transform to a dog, they will transform into a cat. Yeah. Ngayon, epic fun games. Thank you for always staying by here. And yun, and ano yung goblin? Yan. Yeah, it's a goblin bonfire. They said that aswang, it has a long tongue, that they will go on the roof. They will go on the roof and then sip the blood. And they said that my grandmother, she used to put all the garlic in the window because they said that aswang is scared on the garlic. So we used to put that, or asin, the salt. The salt, they are scared also from the salt. If you throw salt from them, if you throw salt from that aswang, it will burn. So that aswang, if you would see that aswang is they gonna have a, what do you call that? Yung when there is a sun coming, he used she that aswang, she needs to go back to his feet that's been cut before the sunrise. If the sun, the sun came into her, she will get burned and she will get die. Ayun, that's the funniest story, a horror story in the province, they said. But that aswang, they said, it's traveling also in a city to look for the pregnant woman. Ayan. Ayan pa, 59:47. Thank you so much there. I just want have a 1 hour live today. And then I sincerely needs to rest because we had something to do tomorrow. I need to check the things of this kid, prepare the things for tomorrow. So ayun, I have to thank say yang Rensky, yang Kushi Asumi, Our Daily Breath, Tony Towers, Margie TV, and then my super chatter for today, Sir Murphy Hayes. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And Tony Towers. I know Tony Towers has a bingo today. And yung mega love shout out to you. Our Daily Bread, Korean Donut, thank you for stopping by here. And then my ultimate gentleman friend, Kuya Vino, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it, Kuya Bino. I will mark this day. And thank you so much for that. So, I'm just going to stay here for an hour. Ayan, and thank you so much for stopping by, Sir Kuya Bino. Salamat. Ayan. Ano pa nga ba? Ano, you know, guys, if you know, who's watching there, if you are well known to the nilupak, yung nilupak, it's made up of a banana or sometimes kasaba. There is a, yung bang, yung bayo, it's almirez. It's made up of a wood that has a deep place to have like that bayo. You will first, and the procedure on that, you will first boil the banana, and then after boiling the banana, you will put them together and then do like this, and that, and then put yung coconut, peanut, sugar, margarine, ayan. Ano pa nga ba? Margarine, what else pa nga ba yung peanut, yung sometimes they put pa nga yung soft drinks on that to make it yummy. And then yun nga, it's made up of banana or sometimes it's made up of cassava. I really miss that food. Yung mga delicacies, yung mga cassava cake. We didn't call pa that one cassava cake. Yung pasingaw, palutang, yan. Bilo-bilo. Yung mga kakanin, guys, ha? Did you miss the kakanin? I really miss the food, the kakanin. Yung mga gulay, fresh. You know, the funniest thing in the province, ha? If you would just go out from the garden, you will just pick yung mga leaves, and then we just boiled it. No, we didn't pa nga boil that. We just put it over the rice. Okay, and now we just put it over the rice and then boil it, and then we could eat with the rice. Only the leaves, guys, leaves of yung kamote, sweet potato, the leaves of the sweet potato. Yung so you guys, thank you so much sa 56 milyones in the building and 71 thumbs up. I really thank you, Sir Kuya Bino, for that. I mark this day. Thank you so much. Maybe I had to end. It's just, what time is it na baga? It's 11:13. I had promised for the province is where I would do vacation, but I wouldn't want to live there. Yes. Huh? Nah.
There is two.
It's okay. Later, I'm going to fix that. Yun, Sir Murphy Hayes. Yes, it's good to have a vacation in the province. But you couldn't, you know how? We don't have the banyo. The comfort room. I'm telling you about the comfort. Okay, later na Hamudi. The comfort room is not nice. We don't have shower room. We just put, shower room. Or like the comfort room, Sir Murphy Hayes, we don't have comfort room. You know our comfort room there. For our first comfort room, they dig so deep, dig on on a soil deep, and then just put a blocks like that. It's a squat position, Sir Murphy Hayes, in the province. We don't have toilets. Yun. Sometimes nga we experience pa when I was a kid, ha, but not to now. I experienced making bathroom on a rice field, and you just use the leaves for wiping. we don't have tissue in the province, so we don't have tissue, walang papel. Sa probinsya, walang papel. We use tabo. When washing in the bathroom, we use tabo. We use the tabo and then sabon. We don't have tissue. Our first tissue, sorry to tell you, we experienced using the leaves. The leaves for wiping our dirt on our when we got a comfort room. So yun. That's but the the good thing in a in a city, they have comfort room, they have tabo, they have shower room. We don't have bathtub. Our bathtub in a province is we just go to the stream, to the river, and then swim there. Swim, we put sabon, and then put yourself on the water on a stream, you, and then done. And then we don't care sometimes because in a river, we had a group they are washing their clothes there in a river. Yung some girls, they don't care na if they're naked. You would see there are some yung just wearing tape or a towel, washing. That's the funniest thing in a province. Ayun. So, that's all for today, guys. So, I'm gonna sign up na. Thank you so much, Kuya. Kuya Bino, thank you so much for that, ha, Kuya. Ayun. This is Paul Sincerely saying that it doesn't take seconds to say I love you, I miss you, I'm sorry, and thank you. Saying, this is Sincerely always saying, peace and love to everyone. Have a good day and have a good night. I'll see you again. Thank you so much.